Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with Mike Kelly. Mike, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me, Ed.
Well, it's really our show anymore. It's not really me having you. You
Yeah.
just come into my office and we do the recording.
We do.
Except for today, you're back in the back office.
Well,
and
the real estate
and the
market's really
shop.
tough, and so I got a job at Don's Mobile Glass making shower doors. Just on Tuesdays, though.
Yeah, whatever. Nice try. You're working in your own garage.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right.
Man, I'd love to have a garage that big.
I'd love to have a garage more than a car and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when I had the 3-car garage, oh, man, it was amazing. You had the place for the cars to park and a place to have other stuff.
Yeah, in
work.
1965, they called my garage a 2-car garage, but really it's a 2-car garage if you drive one of the cars very fast.
Or a smart car. 2 smart cars.
Well, yeah. Well,
Not that they're smart, garage. Just that they're really small.
Yeah, then it's a 3-car garage.
Yeah.
So
a lot of not a ton of news. Everybody's still waiting for inflation week, finish on, and kind of like what we said yesterday. It's like Shark Week. Yeah, with a different bite.
Yep, a completely different bite.
Let's
calm the waters.
Yeah, I was a little humorous with myself when that little cut up on that video.
Yep.
I was like, that's funny. Didn't know we were funny.
Didn't know it.
All
right. People say we are.
Yeah, we're up. Earlier today, we were up about 30 basis points. We're about 9 basis points right now in the bond market, which means not a big change in rates.
Why?
Everybody's waiting for Thursday, Friday.
What's happening Thursday, Friday?
CPE and PPE.
Oh, PPE. I like the PPE.
Yeah, so do I. Was that the producer price index?
Yes.
PPI, not PPE.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I had to do it again because it's a Monday.
Yeah,
no, it's a Tuesday.
No, it's Tuesday.
Again,
it's Tuesday.
All right.
Boy, I was just looking at stocks. They're all red.
Don't look at them.
I shut it down.
All right. So I'm going to get into the financial markets. But before we get in there, I just want to say this is the greatest opportunity in history that we're ever going to see right now, where there's less people buying homes right now and the inventory is less. And so people are like, I'm still waiting for this bubble to happen. There's no bubble. It is the opportunity that you don't understand that you're missing out on right now. You're going to get a house for so much cheaper than it's going to be in a year from now, 2 years from now, and 5 years from now.
We talked about this opportunity bubble in January and February of this year, and then it burst. And now it's kind of inflating a little bit again. So, yeah, I want to say that too. So, but I'll just say ditto.
All right. And I'm still working on my little video about the Tour de France to show you what I mean by that. The guy that's out in front trying to win the
peloton.
Trying to win the stage. That's where we are right now. You're on your own. There's only a few of you. And then there's those 3 to 4 of them that are trying to catch that person. They're the current rates in a 1% lower. Right. And then you have that peloton who's coming at the end that's catching you. That's when we get to, 5.5%, 5% rates. That's what's going to happen. You're going to have that huge peloton jump back in the market. Yeah. We're 2.5 million homes short in California. It's not going to get fixed overnight. It's going to take years, 10, 15, 20 years. They are doing a few things in certain areas to, like in Las Vegas, we talked about yesterday, where they're, federal government's selling for $100 an acre to the state to be able to build affordable housing. And then there's some stuff over in Alameda we can get into in a minute. So right now, as I was saying, stocks are decreasing. as you said, everything was in the red.
Yeah.
And that's just because there's just not really a lot of news out there.
Yeah. And guess what? Don't sell them just because they're underperforming.
No, don't sell them. Don't ever sell them.
Yeah.
So the problem is the Philly Fed President Patrick Harker and the ECBs, that would be the European Council, whatever. They're looking at lower inflation expectations. But the problem with the Philly Fed people are they have a difference of opinion between all of them.
Yep.
And so they each are coming out and saying their own little thing. I think this is, we're done and patient. We're not going to do anything in September. And then another one going to say, we're going to do 14 more of them.
Yeah. In September.
Yeah. And so again, don't focus on what's going on in the market when you're going for purchasing a home. There is if you go on that, you'll never buy.
Right.
Stop worrying about what's going on. Can you make that payment? Yes. Buy the house, adjust the refinance later. And that's,
yeah, as we say, people are always saying they're afraid that they're going to make a mistake. And if you think about it, the only mistake you're making is not purchasing now when homes are less expensive than what they're going to be when this recession really hits.
Well, they're already saying we're going to go up 10% this year. Average starter home in
10%
California
in value.
in value. Starter home in our area, 500,000.
Yeah.
What? Yeah,
Yeah.
500,000, $400,000 house. You don't want to probably live in that neighborhood or have
Right.
your kids running around. Nothing wrong with those neighborhoods. I'm just saying it depends on what you are looking for. So again, feds are like, be patient, no September hike, right?
Right.
No immediate rate cuts are expected, and the Fed funds rate, we're going to stay here for a while. And that's the thing. They're thinking we're going to stay in these rates a lot longer. I was reading 2 different articles from Bigger Pockets. I don't know if you know that company that they do a podcast. They've been around a long time. Brandon Beardsley, he's a huge guy. He was part of it for years.
Has he gone on a diet?
No, 2 different companies. So they had 2 different articles,
Okay.
and they're all were saying how it's going to keep going. Rates are going to stay here for a while at 10%. Oh, actually, back up a second. That appraisal that just came in, right, that we're working on.
Yep.
The appraiser commented in his comment section and says, Bigger Pockets says so-and-so says rates are going to stay around 7% this year. And then so-and-so at this same place says that we're going to be to 10% by the end of the year.
Well, yeah.
It's like, why are you putting that in an appraisal?
I don't know.
It's like, that is not information that needs to be there.
And how's it relevant?
Just trying to justify the value, because he had to go outside for, because the square feet up there is a little different.
Right.
They have the ceilings that vaulted or whatever you call that come in. And so you got to come in 3 feet or 4 feet and only count what's in between there as the square footage. So it's a little different.
Like you can't put a dresser there. Come on.
Yeah. I do.
Space.
I have a ton of them. I mean, we have 2 of those upstairs that supposedly weren't bedrooms, but one appraiser counted it as bedrooms and the other appraiser didn't. It's like, make up your mind.
Well, it's always just one man or woman's opinion and how they believe that the rules are. So there.
Right. And then again, the same Philly Fed thinks we're going to avoid a recession. So many people think we're going to go into, and this is what I was talking about, divergent different views, right? I'm going to move on. Who cares? All right. So one of the other issues is a credit rating that was, we were reduced our FICO score for the United States, right?
Credit rating.
But now they're doing a few more banks. They're saying they're lowering their credit rating. So that's devaluing assets and due to rising rates and risk of commercial loans. And that's what's going on. So everybody's worrying about all these different factors. And that's why Fitch or whatever dropped the United States, just because they think that what they've done with their policies and everything they've done with this administration is messing everything up.
Yep.
Shocking.
Shocked. I am shocked.
All right. Small business optimism and challenges. They're saying that small business they're optimistic about what's going on. However, it's very dismal.
I'm dismally optimistic.
Exactly.
Well, at least there's a positive spin.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
They're looking at hiring a couple people, maybe.
Oh, okay, maybe.
I just don't know, because these people that we have to hire, they just don't want to come into work.
Can't they just do AI and let AI do it? Come on.
Well, I saw a post from somebody that says, if AI can replace all your people, maybe you didn't hire the right people. Well, no shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm humoring myself today.
We're having a lot of fun.
All right. I just got it. You want to go with your articles?
No,
or
you do this? I want to see this down here.
Okay. So basically, where is it? All right, go here. This is through Housing Wire. I'm going to look over here for a second. They're saying that the prices are going to hit new peaks in 30 of the 50 largest U.S. markets. And of course, it's a month over month. Home prices increased more than 60% of all the markets, with notable exceptions in Austin. We talked about Austin's issue is because of their Airbnb issues, and San Antonio, where prices declined month over month in June and seasonally adjusted. The strongest price growth was in Hartford. I think that's Connecticut, right? Seattle and San Jose. But they don't get into all the other. Oh, here they are. And the annual growth was stronger in Midwest and Northeast markets, while West Coast and pandemic boom markets continue to see price run below last year's level. Milwaukee is the 6.4% increase. Cincinnati, 5.7%. Philadelphia. See, everybody says all these areas are having problems. It doesn't look like they're having problems to me. So everybody pretty much is up 5% or greater over the last year. So why are people thinking that the market's going to drop?
Well, because their uncle told them, and he bought a house once.
Rising home prices also boosted homeowner equity levels. Average mortgage holder, this is in the United States, has almost 200 grand in equity.
Right.
In our area, it's 300 plus.
Right. And that's been true for a long time.
Right. Well, it's just keep going up. Right. So the June report also calls for savings during the last big wave of refinance. Existing homeowners who've had benefits from $42 billion in accumulated savings through the refinancing in the past few years. So that's why we're in this situation. One last thing, the abandoned Bay Area land will be used for development into housing. The question is there anything that was left there you have to worry about? Because it's a Encinitas Terminal, which is a 32-acre plot of land that formerly operated as a shipping terminal on the north side of Alameda, California.
Yeah.
The question is there anything there that you need to worry about?
Probably containers full of asbestos, or what do they call it? Human trafficking.
Yeah, I don't know about it. It's abandoned. So the question is, why was it abandoned so long?
Why was it?
Yeah, I don't know. All right, that's all I have today.
Well, and I wanted to...
I mean, it was only like 14 minutes. So.
Yeah, and I got 1 minute. Here, so Barbara Corcoran, you know who she is. She's on Shark Tank. And
occasionally,
and she's quite wealthy and quite knowledgeable and does a good job of what she's doing.
Where'd she make her money?
Real estate.
Exactly.
And so she's saying that the best states to buy property in the next 5 years are still going to be Idaho, Utah, Colorado, North Carolina. And in the last one, I don't know why, maybe she's not afraid of mosquitoes who can carry babies away, is Texas.
Well, because a lot of people like the freedom in Texas.
Yeah. Now she goes on to say that in Idaho, Idaho's home values are rising faster than any other state, having almost doubled in the last 5 years. Well, that's all us Californians moving to Idaho. You know, Utah's doing really well too. Colorado is a bang up state, and they're building a lot of property in Colorado. So there's a lot of inventory to choose from, including new homes. So I just thought that was interesting. And
so if you're a real estate agent, get approved in all those states.
Yeah. And actually, I've got kids in Colorado. I should get approved.
Yes,
there.
you should. I used to do a ton of loans there because I had family who constantly would buy this, buy that. So I'm like, I might as well get it done. And I did it for years.
Yeah. And then in another article, almost the same article, she mirrors what we've been saying for the last few months. And that's when the lower interest rates hit, it'll mean much higher home prices. So once that happens, just like you said, the Peloton's going to jump into the market and boom, prices are going to go through the roof. Now, you'll be able to afford a little bit more because the interest rates will be down a little bit, but you're still going to get less home because prices are going to be so much higher.
Well, the question is, how much more affordable is it going to be if your house value goes up by 10%?
Exactly.
Payment wise, what you're doing right now is you're getting to your house at this price today. Yes, your payment's higher because the rate's going up. But when rates drop, guess what doesn't change? The value that you got your home for and the cost it costs you to get it at, even though you can lower your payment. The other way, your payment's going to be about the same or just a couple dollars less. It's not going to be that big a deal.
So, but here's the thing. As your home improves by 10%, you've already purchased it. Guess what increases? Your equity.
What's equity, Grandpa?
Well, it was equity.
What is equity, Grandpa?
It's equity.
Tell me about it.
It's a space in between the what you owe and the top value, and that's called your equity. And sometimes you can buy a Hummer with it. No, that was in the late 90s.
You can still do that. But,
yeah, I know.
But do you want to buy a Hummer?
Do you want to buy a Hummer? Get an electric bike. Those are kind of cool, and they're very not expensive.
Yeah, why? Just walk everywhere because we can't afford the fuel.
Well, they do
and electricity.
They do offer you pedals on an electric bike, but if you're old and fat and you don't want to go up the hill with your body power, you got electricity to help you.
So is that like the 311?
Yeah,
the trike.
Yeah. Well, and you can get your groceries. There
you go. And again, where people who are buying homes right now, values are coming in. There's no issue. It's an opportunity right now you're not going to have in the future that you're going to wish you would have bought it this time. I know it's hard. I know it's a lot of people are worried and they're like, I can't really afford this and that. Don't worry about it. Just figure it out. We can work it out.
Yeah. And don't think that prices aren't increasing as we speak. I mean, just about everything that's hitting the market is getting, if it's priced right, is getting 2 to 7 offers on it. And they're going at least 10% above the ask. So, get in there now.
Yep. Don't wait.
Quit fiddle farting around.
That's right. All right. That's all I have
for fiddle fart is?
No, I don't.
I don't either. I was just wondering.
That's what my grandpa used to say.
Mine too.
No, he used to say a bird in the hand's better than 2 in the bush. Anyway, the other thing he would say is marry a woman you can't get your arms around.
Because
they're the best. They'll always love you.
They will. And they'll cook you really nice foods.
I don't know.
I think we digress.
Yes. Let's move on before we get
And
yeah.
all right.
All right. Make it a great day.
Looks
Thanks.
like tomorrow will be Wednesday.
Yes, it will be.
Okay.
And you're going to talk about local numbers?
Yeah, I'll do
Okay.
local numbers.
All right. Make it a great day. Thanks for being here. And we appreciate you. Thanks, Mike.
Enjoy the sunshine. Thanks, Ed.
And don't forget, hey, we turn this into the podcast afterwards, and it's Real Estate Jerky Daily. So and that's anywhere you find your favorite podcast at. Yeah. All right. Make it a great day.